you guys, this is Exotical Sauce back at you with another video, and I want to talk about why I think every exotical should have a rewarding hobby. And the reason why I say that is because all of us exoticals are tied to the black community in some form or another. And if you know the community the way I do, you'll know that the black community is not really big on therapy or hobbies. So having a hobby is like an endless supply of projects to work on. Having something to put your mind on, and you can relieve a great deal of stress while you're doing something that you absolutely love. There's nothing better than to have something to look forward to when you get off of work, or when you get out of class, or when you are off, you have an off day or something after you've taken care of your other obligations. And just something that you can think about throughout the day, and something that you can constantly think of ways to make improvements to or make changes to. And there's just an endless array of hobbies that you can take part in. And most of the time, things that you enjoy doing, they start off as like a pastime, and then they grow into a hobby, and then they develop into like a skill, and then that skill turns into like a craft, and you can potentially build a business. But I remember growing up as a child, I remember being extremely bored, and my friends were bored, and I watched the adults around me. Everybody was bored. And you ever hear that saying, like, an idle mind is the devil's workshop? Well, it's not a truer statement. When there's nothing to think about and nothing to do, that opens up the door for all kind of weird toxic thoughts, and weird toxic thoughts materialize into weird toxic behaviors, like an overindulgence in eating, an overindulgence in television, sexual activity, fighting, gossiping. Like, think about being at work all day long, and all people want to do is gossip and whisper and talk about, Joctavius the jerk or Rashida the ratchet and their antics and what they've been doing, and who's sleeping with who at work, and who's talking to who, and what's going on in different people's lives. But I like tea as well sometimes, but after a while that gets a little bit boring. You can only hear so many stories about workplace shenanigans and the workplace jerk before you start to get tired of it. And say if you are like working, say like you're a person that builds things out of wood, say like you're a carpenter, and you're working on like a birdhouse or a doghouse or something that you built, and you are thinking, how can you make these little ornate designs in the roof of the house, and how could you mix and match different colors of stain? Like, how would you go about like manipulating the brush strokes and making like these little designs? Instead of going to the nail salon or going to the mall and buying another pair of shoes or another bag out of boredom, you can go to the neighborhood, like a large home improvement chain or neighborhood hardware store, and get the etching tool or whatever tools you need to finish your project. And then before long, you can get the supplies to work on a new project. And you can spend hours and hours doing that because it's something that you truly love and something you truly enjoy. And that is the ultimate way of investing in yourself, because you are investing in a skill or something that could possibly make an income, create an income. And one thing about it is, don't look into different hobbies just strictly based on the potential earning power. Like, say if you want to do a t-shirt business, well, so and so made X amount of money doing this t-shirt business, I need to get in and look into that. Don't do it for that reason. Do it because you really love it, and that it makes you very happy. Something you can't wait to start on, something you can spend hours doing, something you can see yourself doing like every day, something you absolutely love, because it will show in the work that you do. You're going to make sure that everything is perfect and everything is done correctly. You're not going to cut corners. you're less likely to cut corners. And then each project you learn more and more, or you get better and better at doing that. And you learn how to like perfect your craft. And then when you meet new people, like that's one of the number one questions that are asked when you meet someone new. Like people ask you, whether it's a platonic or a relation, like a romantic relationship, whichever one, people ask, well, do you have any hobbies? Is there something that you like doing in your pastime or your spare time? And you can just say, yeah, I like doing tie-dye t-shirts, or I like making jewelry, or making dolls, or whatever it is that you really like doing. That's a really good way to start off a conversation or have a conversation, because then you can share what your interests are and the other person can share what their interests are, and you can build a healthy relationship. You can be more relatable to that person and forge really good friendships with other people. You can start a group or join a group where all you guys, partake in the same activities. Or maybe you like to read, or maybe you like to write. Maybe you like to write essays or poetry, or maybe you like to paint or draw. Just whatever you like doing, there's always somebody out there that likes doing the same things. And at least that's one commonality that will bond the two of you. At least you'll have someone you can draw with, or paint with, or build things with and work on projects with. So I'm a real huge advocate of finding a good hobby, and I love the benefits and the stress relieving benefits of it. I like to paint myself. I like to write. My sister, she likes to paint and draw. My youngest brother, he likes tennis. My sister and brother I'm speaking about are both special needs, and I'm their caregiver. So, but yeah, I think that it relieves stress and it helps with mental health issues, and it can lead to a very lucrative business if you should choose to take it that far, or just be something that you enjoy doing. You can give away your projects as gifts during the holidays. Endless. So that's why I feel like Exotical should explore their creative side and not be afraid to get your hands dirty, because once you explore that side, there's endless possibilities that you can do with it, endless things you can do with it. But let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time.